The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing a ball out of the end zone, and what's the green light for your returner? In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. First down, here's White. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground with White. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he'll go down at the 28. Here now, 2nd and 4. They run straight ahead here with White. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got White here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's into the clear.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. And getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Madison. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action now. Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. fake. Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Now Cousins on fourth down. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Cousins to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they get a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Throwing, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage here, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Complete to Addison on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Again, it's Cousins rolling to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Escaping the pressure. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He can muster only a yard there. They'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 6-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Madison going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
2nd down in the yard. Mayfield to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Murphy, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, but that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, this is Madison, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll go up the middle with White. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mayfield shakes off the sack, steps away to his left. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now a give up the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play fake. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On play action, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Lucky 48. Two.
Cousins on first down. They'll find Osborne here. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Madison running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Rolling to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Madison running on first down. Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. To throw is Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is off the crossbar. Denied a chance to take the lead, but to no avail. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. And they're going to speed things up here.
9-yard loss. It's now
On a handoff, it's White.
36-yard
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 47 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And quickly they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Powell on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And the return will stop right around the 25. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Opting to run again here with White. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Mayfield down. These guys running back out of the backfield. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. White. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still winning, and how you continue to lead.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Stopped him in his tracks. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, it's Madison. They'll get this down to the 38. And now they're in the hurry-up. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. Now a give to Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Going on the ground with Madison. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Again, Madison. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Vikings.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Buccaneers 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They keep it on the ground right again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a give to White. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
On the handoff, this is White. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Here's Madison. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime the ball thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
a gain of 18 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Now Cousins going to change it up. They'll run with Madison, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down, Mayfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter.